talk a little bit about the claims process, how to get started, the things that you're going to find as you're going through. And this is specifically on homeowners insurance claims. So Alex, I just had something happen to my home. How do I get the process started for a home insurance claim with my insurance company?
Yeah, first thing you want to do is you want to call your agent. Just, whatever your first point of contact is, make sure you have that number always available. You want to give them a call just to check in, let them know what's happening, and kind of get the feedback of what you should do next. Mitigation is always key, of course, the first thing you want to do. But, before getting to that, you want to know what you're covered for. You want to make sure that your deductible is actually, your damage meets your deductible. So the first thing I'm going to recommend is, make sure that there's not going to be any further damage, and get a reputable contractor out there, get a reputable company out there, have them take a look around, make sure they're going to give you a good understanding of what the damage is, unless it's something major, like obviously, catastrophic loss, then you kind of know we got to get this process started. But if it's something that like a roof claim, you want to make sure that your roof is, actually damaged before you get your insurance company out there starting putting claims on your record, which lasts you forever. And the only way to remove that is to go through a long process with the LexisNexis depository to get those taken off. So you want to make sure that you're getting somebody reputable out there, take a look at it, give you an estimate of how much it costs, make sure that they're not up there, tearing up shingles just to get that job done, which will be noticed by the adjuster. After that, then if the damage is worth it, if it meets your deductible, you do want to get that process started. Either your agent, we can go ahead and get that process, the claim started for you, or, you can call the company directly and get an adjuster on the line, which will start a claim process. They'll, give you a claim number, and within usually a couple of days, the adjuster will reach out and schedule an inspection on your home. And, the process slowly moves from there. Depending on which company you're with, size of company, that time frame can be adjusted. And if it's a catastrophic loss in the area, that can have a longer effect on time as well.
So if can the customer call you directly and you start that claim, or do you pass them off to the insurance company themselves? What would a customer expect to go through after making that decision? Okay, I need to call my agent.
I'd like to be involved in the claim, especially at the beginning, where I'd like them to call me, and then we're together going to reach out to the claims department and get that claim started. Sometimes the insured will go directly by themselves, and they're pretty much spinning in the wind a little bit. We're not aware of the claim until it's in process. So I like to be a little bit ahead of that, understanding of what's happening, what the process is going, what the timeline is that they're involved in. We don't want the customer sitting there for a week trying to figure out whether the adjuster is going to reach out to him, whether he has the right number. So we want to make sure that we're involved in that process early on as well.
Wonderful. Jeff, do you have any feedback on that, just starting the claims process that Alex might, or that you want to touch up on?
Yes, I mean, obviously one of the big things that a client needs to understand is, what is my deductible? The other big thing when it comes to repairing your home, dealing with an insurance process, your claims process is going to be sped up significantly if you have a contractor already lined up that's already done the evaluations, that from a professional standpoint is able to determine, yes, you've got a valuable claim. One, the insurance is going to give you a quicker turnaround on the response time with your funding, et cetera, to get the work done. Two, they're going to take you more seriously, and some insurance companies will even, if you come to the table with a contractor already lined up and a contract signed with them, they'll even jump to the end of the end game and release the funds because they know the work's getting done. Within a claim process, there's what's called recoverable depreciation, where if you come in without a contractor, or on some claims, if you come in without a contractor, they're going to put recoverable depreciation in, which is money that you as a homeowner are able to claim, but it's also a protection on the insurance company that it doesn't get paid out until proof of work is completed. But if you come to the table with a contract already involved, there's some insurance companies that will release that money ahead of time as well to try and speed the process up, try and help get the contractor working faster, and try and get the claim closed out as fast as possible.
So let's say that we had some, water, well, just hypothetical example, we had some water spillage. And so we know that, from, piping within the ceiling that, we'll get into the, what happened a few years ago with the Texas freeze here shortly, but the, we contact the agent, we get the process started. At what point should we contact a contractor, during that process? Obviously, we need to kind of make sure that there's no additional damage, that we're doing our best to try to mitigate damage. But at what point should we bring that contractor in?
As soon as possible. There's, when you're talking about bigger, more natural disaster type events, many people are not expecting to happen. And so they're not ready to go. And they contact their insurance because they're more mostly in shock and fear as to what's going on. Their life is turned upside down. And so, they just don't know where to turn.
Yeah.
But the faster you get a contractor involved, the faster you get the contractor in touch with your insurance, the faster the claim can get processed and moving forward towards closeout and getting your work started.